त्राहि मां करुणा सिन्धो नमः शिवाय शम्भो। गौरीशं गिरिजानाथं वन्दे भक्तवत्सलं सर्वरोगहरं देवं सर्वमङ्गलकारकं। महादेव रक्ष मां शम्भो रक्ष मां, नीलकण्ठ रक्ष मां शङ्कर रक्ष मां। हर हर महादेव, हर हर महादेव, भवभयहारक हर हर महादेव। कैलासशिखरे रम्ये देवदेवं महेश्वरं ध्यायामि सततं नित्यं भक्तानां हितकारकं। जटाजूटधरं शान्तं गङ्गाधरमनुत्तमं चन्द्रशेखरमीशानं वन्देऽहं शिवमव्ययम्। दीनबन्धो कृपासिन्धो शरणागतवत्सल, मम दुःखं विनाशाय कृपां कुरु महेश्वर। हर हर महादेव, हर हर महादेव, आनन्ददायक हर हर महादेव। पूर्वे मां पातु शर्वो वै, पश्चिमे पातु शङ्करः, उत्तरे पातु मे रुद्रः, दक्षिणे पातु शूलभृत्, ऊर्ध्वे मां पातु विश्वेशः, अधस्तात् पातु सदाशिवः, सर्वतः पातु मां नित्यं भक्तवत्सल ईश्वरः। नेत्रे पातु त्रिलोकेशः, कर्णो पातु वृषध्वजः, हृदये पातु मे शम्भो, सर्वाङ्गे पातु शङ्करः। हर हर महादेव, हर हर महादेव, करुणासागर हर हर महादेव। यदा रोगो यदा शोकः यदा क्लेशो भयङ्करः, तदा त्वन्नामस्मरणं मम जीवनरक्षकः। ॐ नमः शिवायेति मन्त्रराजो महामते, येन सर्वं शुभं भवेत्, येन दुःखं विनश्यति। दारिद्र्यं मे विनाशाय सौभाग्यं देहि शङ्कर, ज्ञानं भक्तिं च मे देहि मोक्षमार्गप्रदायक। हर हर महादेव, हर हर महादेव, आनन्ददायक हर हर महादेव। देहि मे वृषभध्वज हर हर महादेव हर हर महादेव आनंददायक हर हर महादेव कर चरण कृतं दोषं वाक्काय जगनुत्तमं क्षमस्व परमेशान त्वमेव
Hari Om. Good evening to all of you. Very warm welcome. Please come. Let's invoke the power of praying together. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amrutam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. O Lord the Almighty, the Omniscient, the Omnipotent, the Omnipresent, who also has the divine name Tripada, to such a Supreme Almighty, together with Shraddha, Bhakti, Prapatti, we offer our humblemost salutations. To seek His grace, His mercy, His blessings, His love, His kindness, His benevolence, His forgiveness, His strength, His knowledge. O Lord, bless us with the divine qualities such as Shraddha, Bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya, Prapatti and Mumukshutvam in a much more enhanced manner. And this is only and only to understand Thy true nature, Thy true self, and eventually become one with Thyself. This can happen only if you wish to make it happen. We are all putting our utmost efforts to gain this realization, and it's completely in your hands to make it happen and to make it a living experience for all of us. Our humble salutations to the entire Guru Parampara. Om Tat Sat. By the grace of the Almighty and the blessings of the Guru Parampara, today we are on our Divine Discourse number 481 and the Viveka Choodamani Nidhidhyasana series number 10. On the 28th of July 2026, स्वस्ति श्री पराभव नाम संवत्सर उत्तरायण ग्रीष्म ऋतु आषाढ़ मास शुक्ल पक्ष चतुर्दशातिथौ पूर्वाषाढ़ नक्षत्र विष्कंभ नाम योगे वनिजकरणे. On this auspicious day of Tuesday and the auspicious time of the evening, together we all take a pledge, an oath, a solemn affirmation that Naham Karta Hari Karta. Everything is ordained, executed, and performed by the Divine and Divine only. It is the Divine who is playing hide and seek with himself. What we are trying to seek is already seeking you. So knowing these facts very well, I pledge to dissolve my ego completely, and this can happen only by the grace of the Divine. We seek the blessings of the Guru Parampara. Om Tat Sat. Good evening, everybody. A very warm welcome to all of you once again. It's an exuberant feeling to be back and restart our learning. Before we start, I would like to mention to you all that on the 11th of July, we performed our Samarpana Yajna of the Mahamrityunjaya mantra japa chanting, what we had done. So just to give you a score, as on the 11th of July, 6 a.m., the score what we had achieved was the Kannada group had performed 7.53 crores, and then the English group had chanted 4.14 crores. So thereby the total was 11.67 crores. So this entire offering, which was for Loka Kalyan, as you will have seen, was offered to Lord Mahadev. And what does that mean now? Should we stop chanting? No. Whoever is chanting, please keep chanting. And from the 11th of July, as I told you, after 6 a.m., whatever has come in, we'll be taking it as a new data and statistics. So let's continue. It will do a lot good in terms of cleansing your heart and cleansing your mind. Let's continue that. And after performing the Samarpana Yajna, we then moved on to Darchain from Mansarovar. It's just about an hour's journey from Mansarovar. That's the beginning point of, you can say, the closest station to the Parikrama. So the afternoon we left, and we reached by the evening over there. We stayed in a decent, comfortable place. And the next day morning, we went to Yamadwar. Yamadwar is it's not a great monumental structure or anything like that. It's a small, you can say, 5 feet by about 10 feet or 8 feet, you can say, a small passage where you cross that passage and should not look back. Looking back means you're coming back to samsara. So that crossing denotes that I have shed everything and I have come to your abode. And that is the threshold of the beginning of the Kailash Mansarovar Parikrama. So we all did that. Out of about 50 people, 45 of us were doing the parikrama. Some by road, on their feet, and some by horses. So in that way, our parikrama started. Now, what was my experience? See, I had heard a lot about the significance of the Kailash Parikrama. And one of the prominent things what I had learnt was, when you have the darshan of the Mansarovar lake, that calmness, tranquility, stillness, and that very turquoise, blue, green color of that Mansarovar lake which reflects on you, of course with the background of the Kailash Parvat which you can see from there, that suddenly brings in a different level of peace in your mind. Another frequency, you can say, of clarity. So the mind gets more clear and the mind becomes more peaceful. This is the first understanding what we get. So after this we did the Samarpana Yajna, and then we came on to to begin our Parikrama. So if you can say Mansarovar evening, if it is day 1, day 2 was the Samarpana Yajna morning, and day 3 morning was our beginning of the Parikrama Yajna by crossing the Yamadwar. Now, as we entered the territory, see, you have to be very clear what you want to achieve. So no sooner you enter the territory, what happens is, suddenly everything goes blank. Your mind, however agitative it is, however you can say emotional it is, whatever kind of thoughts are running in your mind, all that comes to a blank state. This is one of the first experiences you get. So meaning your mind is not thinking. Now the question comes about the ahankara, ahambhava. This is one thing which I had heard and from several people, that your ego gets crushed. Lord Mahadev, he completely crushes your ego, that's what they had said. I was not able to understand how does this happen. Okay, let's go and you experience it and see for yourself how does this happen. And after the experience, I was able to put in some words, meaning trying to put all the pieces together of the jigsaw. And what was it? What is the meaning of ego? Ahankara. Aham karoti iti ahankara. Aham means I, karoti I am doing, iti means ahankara, ego, ahankara. The very act of me doing, I am doing this. Naham karta hari karta, what is that? The foundation of our entire study has been Naham karta. I am not the doer. See, God is playing hide and seek with himself. We are not humans who have come to have a spiritual experience, but we are spiritual beings who are having a human experience. This is the true understanding. So now who is playing hide and seek with whom? God is playing hide and seek with himself. And what has he done over here? He has put in that I. He himself has created this wall, this obstruction between the Jiva and the Paramatma. Okay. I understand very well that there are so many functions happening in my body, in everybody's body. Voluntary, involuntary. What are the involuntary functions? Like my breathing is involuntary. My heartbeat is involuntary. My blood circulation is involuntary. My digestive system is involuntary. My sleep is also involuntary. And all the functions of the endocrine system, the glands, the pancreas, the lymphatic system, the adrenal glands, the small, large gut, all these are involuntary. But what is prominent in us? See, I am speaking. Whenever you are speaking, I spoke. And I gave. I receive. So that I is there in all the voluntary functions. This is there, but we are trying to get rid of it. No, I am not the doer. Although I am walking, I say I am not walking. But that knowledge does not reckon with our experience. Because you feel you are walking. You feel you are talking. You feel you are seeing. You feel you are hearing. But when you go there, now your mind is completely blank. It's very clear. There are no agitations in the mind, no emotions in the mind. And at that point, as you keep moving, your walking also becomes difficult. You were boasting, I walk, I run, I do all this. Now you walk here. You say, I breathe. Where is your breathing? You're not able to breathe. So when these aspects, you want to talk. In between I was getting calls. See, one of our yatris, she had hired a porter and that porter was not traceable. And her poncho or raincoat was in the bag which he was carrying. Now what if it suddenly rains? You're gone. You cannot withstand that rain on your body. So she told me and I was also alarmed. I said I should do something about it. And then I started contacting the key persons. First of all, we don't understand their language and everybody looks similar. You can't even immediately differentiate. If that person comes in front of you, suddenly you will not be able to recognize him also. So we were talking to him and we had made a note of their name because you forget their name also. So I was contacting and those people were responding back to me. So whenever the call came, I was finding it difficult to talk. Now comes the question. Where you were saying, I walk, I talk, I listen, I hear, I give, I take, all this goes for a toss over there. Completely toss. You get to know that you are moving completely by the grace of Mahadev. This is one very prominent reckoning which comes in one's mind, that so-called voluntary things which you were thinking that you are doing is also not done by you. And when you pray for that grace, when you realize that, then things start getting easy. You start moving. And we did cover in a very decent time. It was about 10-11 hours, I guess. The 22 kilometers where you, second day, you start climbing almost 6 kilometers hill. Never ending hill. And it is so well designed, it looks like you half a kilometer you climb or 1 kilometer. And you think, oh, I've reached the peak. And then you will see another peak, which is another half a kilometer or 1 kilometer. You cross that, then you will reach another one. So that way you climb. Then Dolmala Pass. After that you have the Gauri Kund, and there you start your descending. The descent is more steeper than the ascending. And there's no kind of a road over there, only boulders, all boulders. Not that everywhere there is a clean road. You have to somehow find space in that. Somewhere there is mud, somewhere there is a round stone, a boulder, cross everything and keep moving forward. So this was one strong understanding that even that voluntary function, what we talk as I'm seeing, I'm hearing, I'm talking, listening, all this, you're clear that this is not happening by your strength. Now what more you want now? Now here you have got that understanding that your complete ahankara, what you think I was doing, is happening only by the grace of Mahadeva, by that Almighty. It is not you who is doing all this. And as they say, then after this journey, you go to Muktinath, where you have now destroyed your ego. Mansarovar, your mind became clear, your thoughts were, mind became calm and your thoughts were clear. While doing the parikrama, you got to know that whatever little ego you had, that is also now completely washed away. And there you go to Muktinath. You have one pond. Now this is complete ice water. In that pond, it is known as the Papakund. Papakund, you dip yourself in that. It's about 15 feet by 15 feet pond. You walk through it, dip once in it, get out of it. And then after that is the Punya Kund. Now what did you do in Papakund? All my sins are cleansed here. You say, now I am cleansing all my sins. No, zero balance of sins. Whatever number of lives you have lived, my sins are completely washed over here. Then when you go to the Punya Kund, all my punya which I have gained over several millions of years, millions of lives, even that is completely washed. You make that affirmation. Again take a dip over there. And then about 200 feet from there you have the Pushkarani, what we call the Tirtha, which is falling down. About, say, it would be about 5.5, 6 feet height. From there it is falling down. About 100, there are 108 outlets of water which is falling down. Complete ice water. You go below it. The ice water is falling on your head, on your body, on your back. That's an experience. You go one after the other, continuously you go, cross the 108 Tirtha, and you are realized, liberated. This is the entire journey. So, after having done this, many physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, all those transformations will be happening within your body, because you're going through rough weather and a rough routine also. Travel is humongous. On an average, you travel about 6-8 hours every day. And now when you come back, you settle in your homes. What I would advise to all those who have been for the yatra and come back, I got one beautiful song on Lord Shiva. It was like as though, you asked for it in a particular way and it has come that way. So that song I'll play after the class today. You keep listening to that song. It is an affirmation song. What you want to be with after having got all this. Now I have to be with it, otherwise I'll forget it. Maya will run everything down. So this song of affirmation, how you can be one with Lord Shiva, that I'll be posting it on the group. Those who have not come from the yatra also, fine. You can listen to it and be in a state of meditation. Now that we are doing the VIVEKA CHOODAMANI Nidhidhyasana shlokas, this is a pure state of Nidhidhyasana. In simple words, here what we are doing, we are listening to the heavy loaded Sanskrit, which has got in-depth meaning. But when you listen to this song in Hindi, you will feel at home. Just keep listening to it. Whatever number of times you want. But I would suggest all of you who have done the yatra to be with this and experience bliss. Whenever you listen, you will experience bliss. So I'll share that song today. Now, I'll tell you a story. How this ego, it works in us. It so happened that the Devatas, they had a massive war with the Asuras, and the war went on for several decades. Eventually, the Devatas won the war. And it was like a war which was one of the greatest victories for the Devatas. And they got that feeling of no one can equal us. We are like having no match in the whole creation. That's what was the kind of a blind arrogance which was being filled up. Now, in that arrogance, see that we also come across. Whenever we see massive victories or gain in our life, these things happen. They had completely forgotten about the Parabrahma or Paramatma. They were thinking it's our personal power. As the ego makes a person blind, the Devatas were completely blindfolded with their victory. They were celebrating. Imagine in heaven under the leadership of Indra, what a kind of celebration must be happening over there. Grand gala celebration is happening. And while they are in that mood, talking about all their glories about the war, suddenly they see outside the entrance of their main hall, they see a very lustrous figure, a person whom they could not recognize. Some yaksha, you can say. And they tell Agni, go there. And because Agni is considered to be one of the most powerful amongst the Devas, he says, go and find out who is that person. And in fact, that person is like inviting them for a challenge. That was the kind of a gesture he was making from outside. Agni goes there with great arrogance. Now that he is told, you go, meaning he is proved that he is one of the best among the Devatas. He goes there. And he asked that mysterious person now, Agni asks him, who are you? That Yaksha does not reply anything. On the contrary, Yaksha asks Agni, who are you? He says, I am Agni. I am also called as Jatavedas. I can burn every single thing in this whole world, in this whole universe, Brahmanda. In a moment, I can burn everything off. And my power is limitless. The Yaksha did not say anything. He takes a blade of grass and he puts it in front of him. Just one dry blade of grass. And he tells Agnidev, oh Agnidev, you are talking of your power as limitless. Burn this blade of grass and show me. Agnidev said, what fun are you making of me? No, he says, Yaksha says, no, I'm not making fun, please. I mean what I say. Just burn this. Now with his hand he sends this fire. The blade of grass doesn't burn. He increases the intensity. Doesn't burn. He puts all his force now. It's like everybody is watching. You are talking, you're so powerful, you can burn everything in this world in a second. Here what is happening? Nothing. He puts all his cosmic energy on that tiny blade of grass and that grass doesn't burn. He starts sweating. Yes. Used all his strength. Nothing happens. Yaksha is smiling. Agnidev looks at the Yaksha and he accepts defeat and goes away. He goes back into the hall of sorry, please excuse me. In the hall of celebrations. Now Indra is confused. Oh my God, what happened? Next best, Vayudev. Indra signals Vayudev, please, you go and see who that person is. Vayudev comes there. Yaksha again asks him, who are you? I am Vayudev. And they also call me as Matarishwan. Okay. What do? My power is I can blow anything in this entire world. I'll just blow it off. That's my strength. Nobody can stand the speed of my power, which is the wind. I create tornadoes. I create cyclones. I can just blow away everything. Now, Yaksha says, okay, you see this blade of grass in front of you? Blow this. From wherever it is, you just blow it off. Again with a smirk on his face. Vayudev says, what are you telling me? No, I mean what I say. Your friend who had come earlier, Agnidev, he couldn't burn this. I am asking you to blow this blade of grass away. Now, okay, Vayudev, he blows it. Not even a millimeter it shakes. He puts more pressure. And he starts perspiring. I have created storms, I have created cyclones. What is this? I am not able to move a blade of grass. And there the pride of Vayudev also was crushed completely. Vayudev accepted his defeat, and he returns back in shame. Now Indra, who is sensible, supposed to be the Lord of the Devatas, he understands that the person over here who is, we don't know who he is, but an yaksha, let's call him, is no ordinary person. And he comes there. He says, now let me face. I have the power of the thunderbolt. I have so many other powers. Let me see what I could do. But as he comes under the vicinity of this yaksha, his mind transforms. As I told you, like the parikrama place, it has got a transformative effect, provided you surrender yourself. See, when we are doing, oh, I can do this, I can do the parikrama on my own, if you go with that attitude, you will come back like the Agni Dev and the Vayu Dev. You have to go with prapatti. I am ignorant. I don't know, my mind can play fool with me, or it can play games with me. Oh Lord, I completely surrender to you. If you go with that attitude, just like Indra came there, in the vicinity of that yaksha, Indra could see that his ego was completely dropped. Complete nullified his ego. And he sees that the yaksha disappears. After he disappears, he still understands that probably I am not worth to face him. See, he did not get angry. He felt that I am too small to face him. That was his understanding. And in that state of emptiness, see, it is so much. Now this comes from the Kenopanishad. It so exactly correlates to your experience while doing the parikrama. If you are like Agni Dev or Vayu Dev, you will see defeat. But if you go with that prapatti, with that surrender, with that emptiness automatically comes after surrender. So Indra was there, frozen. He was astonished. And he knew that I am feeling completely empty, with no kind of anguish or defeat. No, there is no enemy in front of me to fight now. And when he was in that state, a golden light appears before him. And as the golden light appears, there he sees Ma Uma Hemavati. Ma Uma Hemavati comes there. She is the living God of the supreme knowledge of the whole universe. Indra folds his hand with devotion before her, bows before her, and with complete humility asks, "O Devi, please tell me, who was that great Yaksha who shattered our pride?" And Ma Uma Hemavati, she says, "Yaksha? No Yaksha was here. It was none other than the Parabrahman, the Paramatma himself." Now, what did he come to teach you? He came to teach you that all this war which you all are boasting that you all have won was done by his power. There is nothing of yours. And how do I Uma Devi says, how do I say that you have done nothing? Because you couldn't move even a blade of grass. Your two most renowned, astounding warriors of your Devata group could not move a blade of grass. So when this was said, then Indra understood what is this false ego which we are having within ourselves. So know that at every stage, every breath you take, every cognitive experience you have by seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, tasting, all cognitive experiences, and all your actions, talking, walking, giving and taking, your excretion, reproduction, all these organs of action which are all working because of that power, that supreme power. no scope for aham bhava over here. So Indra did not return in disappointment. He had that knowledge which dawned upon him, and he chose the path of supreme knowledge, and he had completely given up his ego. So I found this story of Kenopanishad exactly what can happen. We may not confront a yaksha in our life, but that ego is always there, just like the devatas had. For any small victory or major victory, we always say, I did, I did, I did. Now, this facing the yaksha is like going around the Kailash. And who can go over there? Only who are called. How much ever you may try, but you will see something or the other coming and you will miss it. Whatever reason it could be. I was so astonished to see when we were making the list of all these pilgrims who were coming with us, how some people who I don't even know, from somewhere through some link they came on to us and they say, we want to come. I saw that genuineness in them and I said, okay, please join. And some who were very close to us, in spite of we asking them more than twice, they were giving some reason or the other and they were not able to come because they had some other pressing engagements. And some who did come over there, but I think God was not willing to see them, they were sent back. So this is a great lesson where aham bhava, this has to completely be washed away. Now I'll tell you another story which comes in the Mahabharat. As we all know, after the Ajñatavasa, Pandavas did approach Duryodhana for their share of kingdom, and Duryodhana was very stern, he was not giving anything. And the Pandavas were planning to wage a war. Krishna says, war is the last remedy. First let's go in for a peaceful negotiation. Now who will go to negotiate with Duryodhana? Krishna says, I will go. Okay, now the stage is set. Duryodhana comes to know that Shri Krishna is coming on behalf of the Pandavas for peace talks regarding the division of the kingdom. As you know, he is a very arrogant person. He says, he calls all his close cabinet, where he had Bhishma Pitamaha, his father Dhritarashtra, then Dronacharya, Vidura, everybody is Karna, everybody is seated there. He tells them, look, when that cowherd, Lord Krishna, is coming in, I want all of you to be seated. Nobody should get up. Everybody were confused. What is he saying? Now, Duryodhana says, listen, you may not be able to understand what I am saying. Just follow what I am doing. However I am behaving, you please behave in that way. And the stage is set now. No sooner Duryodhana said this, Bhishma whispers to Vidura, 3/1000, meaning 3 bar 1000. Dronacharya was able to listen to these words. What is the meaning of 3/1000? These people are talking in some code word. Anyway, whatever it is, let it be. And the time is set. Duryodhana is sitting with his leg above the other and in a relaxed position. Everybody is sitting like that now, because he has said, just follow the language of my body. Whatever I am doing, you all have to do. Don't ever get up to receive that person. Meaning he wanted to show that it's an insult. Dwarkadish is coming. So probably there were no CCTV cameras at that time. Otherwise things would have been recorded. Now Bhishma, Vidura, they're all eagerly watching now what's going to happen. Let's see. And as Sri Krishna comes, they see that the whole assembly gets up. Duryodhana is astonished. He said, "You fools, I have told you not to get up, do exactly what I am doing." Then everybody says, "Duryodhana, what? You got up, so we also got up. Otherwise we were also sitting down." And Duryodhana was not able to understand. "You mean to say I got up?" He asks Karna, very close friend, "Karna, what are they saying?" "Yes, even I also got up because you got up. You were sitting relaxed way and suddenly you got up, so we also got up." Now, what was the meaning of this 3/1000? In the Vishnu Sahasranama, the third nama is, first one Vishwam, Vishnu, third is Vashatkaraha. Vashatkaraha means the controller within you. Is the controller who is coming across you. And that controller makes you get up without your knowledge. You got up. So know that for a fact that there is a Vashatkara within us. We are not the doers. Recognize that Vashatkara within you. Always maintain that harmony with that Vashatkara. Know that everything what is coming is directly relayed from that Vashatkara. Everything what the body is doing, then automatically will achieve Naham Karta Hari Karta. Otherwise, till then, your ego will be functioning. I am doing, I am saying, I am receiving, all this. So this way, we have to draw lessons here and be established in that Vashatkara. He says, oh, the controller within me is that Supreme Divine Almighty. And understand yourself to be a radio which is singing a song, not by its own effort, but by the relay which is happening from the relay station. Unless and until there is a relay, there is nothing going to be in the radio. Know that. And continuously, whatever cognitive actions you are doing, or perceptions you are doing, thoughts you are doing, know that it is relayed by the broadcasting relay station. I have got nothing to do over here. This should be our understanding and key takeaway. Be immersed in that. Don't get lost here and there. And then there is no worry, there is no botheration, there is no tension, because as per the relay, what is the radio singing a song? No. Radio is just an instrument. Whatever comes from the relay station, it is able to reproduce. That's all. It is able to reflect. In the same way, our mind, our senses, our body is just relaying whatever comes from the consciousness. Be in that thought. And let's make progress. Okay. Now we come to verse 262, which we were midway last time. So let's try to move forward on that. Okay. (262). यद्विभाति सदनेकदा भ्रमा नामरूपगुण विक्रियात्मना हेमवत् स्वयमविक्रियं सदा ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि. That one reality which appears variously because of delusion, though itself always unchanged, and assumes names and forms, qualities and changes, just like gold undergoes through its various modifications. So that Brahman thou art. As I told you, God is playing hide and seek with himself. You are no different. Have this conviction and meditate on this in your mind. See, mind is something which comes in between. You want to achieve, you want to do, go on this path, but what is coming in between? Mind is coming in between. So for that, what do we need to do? We need to train our mind. Completely train your mind. Just by understanding whatever is being said. First listen, then evaluate what you have listened. Is there any doubt you are getting? And then stick on to that knowledge. Do that meditation, deep meditation, which does the neuroplasticity. It is changing the neural pathways in your mind. Just like in India, you are driving onto the left of the road. But when you go abroad on an international license, say you are in Europe or in US, you will immediately change your mind and start driving keeping to the right. How did that happen? You have changed the neural pathways. In the same way, so far I thought I was the doer, but now I understand that I am not the doer. Keep these two stories in mind. The story of the Indra and the Devatas, and the story of Vashatkaraha. Change your neural pathways. Now, if you go by the meaning of the shloka 262, it says there is one reality, but because of delusion it appears differently. And a very simple example is given like gold. Gold appears like the ring, by the bangle, the necklace, the bracelet. Different forms it is appearing, but it although looks different, but it is gold and gold alone. So now, how do I understand this? Look at the example of a rainbow. Take the example of a rainbow. What exactly happens in a rainbow? If you see carefully, droplets of water, one single light. When it hits that droplet of water, it has different colors. You mean to say that there are really 7 colors which come out of the rainbow? No, not at all. There is only one color, which is that white light, and that when it hits at a particular angle, it emits as 7 different colors. So that is what? A delusion, that's all. So in the same way, they say every creation in this world has got various creative things which are all made up of nothing other than the atoms. Is there anything which is made other than an atom? No. So atom is the primary foundation for every creation. So here as the gold is given, so in the same way, take the example of atom. Look at the atomic level of every creation and know that in every atom you have the God particle. And that God particle is what brings in this different forms, but it is He and He alone. So in this way we need to understand. So I'll give you various other facts which we were discussing. I think we discussed about 5 facts of the cosmic variety, and I'll quickly run through those facts. Why do we need to understand all this? Why are we trying to load our head with this? This is very interesting. Meaning this universe, this creation, it has got a variety in its existence. Like for example, the Triton, the subplanet of Neptune. Now this Triton, it orbits Neptune in the opposite direction. Normally if they are to go like this, it goes in the opposite direction. So this is known as a retrograde orbit. And you have Venus and in Uranus also. Now it is not going in a retrograde orbit, but it is spinning in a retrograde. This is variety. Now in a jewelry shop, they will not have one necklace, they will have variety of necklaces. So in the same way, Lord has created different ways of creation. One, He changes the orbit. In the other one, instead of spinning in the clockwise direction, He is showing it in the anti-clockwise direction. So, and if you go into the deeper sense, if you remove the empty space inside all the atoms which we are made of, they say a human body could fit into the size of a grain of sand. See, we look so huge, but remove all the empty space which is there in the atom. Can you ever visualize this? You mean to say we are made of so much of space? Yes, every atom has got 99.999999999% empty space. So this Deha is just a Nama Rupa. So the truth is subtler than the space. Then look at the distance, the light from different galaxies. The light from an Andromeda galaxy takes 25 lakh years to reach us. And what is the speed of the light? 3 lakh kilometers per second. Can you see the vastness? So this is, you have to look at your own creation as your own, as a person, at the microcosm level and at the cosmic level. What is the humongous strength over here? And what you are seeing now is not truth. This light which is coming from a distant star, it must be several years before it has emitted, and here you get to see it today. So likewise, whatever you are trying to understand is by your limited understanding which the mind has given you. So they say the light from the sun, which is the closest star to us, it takes 8 minutes to reach. Speed is 1 second, 3 lakh kilometers. So this way, you are not in time. Time is appearing in you. How do I understand this? That's when you dissolve yourself, become one with the universe, and everything will come to our understanding. And our galaxy, what is it? There are about close to 40,000 crore stars, and we know one sun which is at a great distance. Now this, whatever universe which we are able to see, has got billions and billions of galaxies. We are talking of one Milky Way which has got 40,000 crore stars, and likewise Milky Ways, how many they are? Billions and billions. The more stronger the instrument, the more number of galaxies are appearing. So know what you are, understand your true self, and make that way for that alpatva bhava. What you're small individual, anytime you can go away like this. You're like a bubble. So this should lead to that vairagya. Vairagya in the sense, thinking in the right direction, giving up all that is necessary, which is for human realization. Now we also say, what is this? Stardust. We have heard, no, we are all nothing but stardust. Now, I will explain to you today what this stardust is. Carbon, calcium, iron, we all have in our bodies, right? And we say that our entire body is made out of these ancient stars that exploded from a supernova. How? The Panchabhutas, which we so call in our body, have traveled across cosmic time. Body is just recycling that cosmic matter. The one aware of this particular body is that unchanging witness. So, now how this happens is, when let's look at the stardust entering our body. Okay, from stardust to the mother's womb. Okay, billions of years ago, massive stars, hotter than 1,000,000 suns, when they fused together, you have got gases, various gases, and in that you have carbon, which is for your cells, calcium for your bones, iron for your blood. Now, when these stars, they exploded, that's like a firework in the cosmos. During these explosions, now all these chemicals are in a gaseous state. Okay, and over a period of time, like several millions of years, they condense. Like our earth was born about 450 crore years before. Now, when this earth was born, this earth has got rocks, and it has got soil, it has got water, and it has also got air, which are all rich in various elements. Now, the carbon in the atmosphere, the calcium in the rock, the iron in the ground. Now look, what all they do. Now, these enter the food chain on this earth. We have not thought about it. We might not have got an opportunity. Now understand how we are born. Now on our planet, when these elements, that sunlight, they absorb from the plants absorb sunlight, they absorb carbon from air during photosynthesis, and they absorb calcium and iron from the soil. Now these animals eat plants which have gained these elements, and we as humans, we also eat plants and we also eat animals. Now our food is stardust infused. Imagine how, from where it has come. And how do you connect to the mother's womb now? When a mother eats nutritious food, like grains, vegetables, pulses, milk, fruits, now she absorbs all these elements into her blood. Through her umbilical cord, the baby is nourished. Where bones are built, calcium, blood, iron. Then you have cells, carbon. So now the vessel is like a sacred vessel. A cosmic sacred vessel, transforming stardust food into a human form. Imagine. Brahma in the role of a mother. In that cosmic vessel, what is it doing? All the stardust food, it is making a human form. This is just nature cycle. From stars to soil to food and to life. So where does it come? Stardust, planets, soil, plants, animals, mother's womb, and then nutrients to womb, then comes your body. That is how we were born. Science calls this the cosmic life cycle. You understand? So in Viveka Choodamani, yad ibhati sadanekada brahma. Yad vibhati, the first sentence. Yad vibhati sadanekada brahma. What we are talking here is appearing as many due to delusion. So stardust manifests as planets, then as food, then as bodies created in the mother's womb. So your body is just a temporary form. just like a wave in the ocean. So know this. Why I went into so much detail about our creation is understand this is what is trying to be said over here. It is that energy, frequency, energy and vibration, now in various forms it has become various things. So know this as a reality. Don't consider yourself as one person with, I have my own problems, I have my own issues regarding health, regarding finance, regarding relationship. These are too meager to talk about when you look at the cosmic level. So understand that this super power is becoming everything. As I said, God is playing hide and seek within himself. Keep this in your mind. He himself is playing hide and seek. Meaning nobody, no person, no aspect in this creation is different from him. Forget about you. Even an ant is not different from him. Even a dog is not different from him. Even a human is not different from him. A tree is not different. Everything is he and he alone. Once we have this knowledge, having known the vastness of this universe, having known how the stardust has become humans over here, or other living animals, other creatures. So everything is anitya, temporary. We are all undergoing that cycle. And who is behind this temporary? An ornament is temporary. It may be there for a year, it may be for 10 years, it may be for 50 years. But at some point, that gold ornament is going to be melted. What is permanent? That gold which changes forms is permanent. That pure Chaitanya Shakti, reflecting within you as the Chaitanya Shakti, is beginningless and endless. Know this and get established in this reality. What is the function now after talking the cosmic level? At your own level, the heart pumps about 7,000 to 8,000 liters of blood every day. Do we even know? This is the massive function which is happening within your body. Your kidneys, they filter about 130 to 140 liters of blood a day and produce about 1 to 2 liters of urine. Your breathing, how much of every time you take a breath, the atoms in the cosmos, they enter your system. And what you breathe out, it gets merged with the cosmos. So look at these at that level. You are not different. Like we have about 60, 70, 80 trillion cells in our body. Every cell cannot say I am different. It has to say that I am that one person. In the same way, we are all that one consciousness. So what all is happening within us? Know that this is something phenomenal. On an average, 38 lakh cells die every second. 23 crore cells die every minute. 1400 crore cells die every hour. And 33,000 crore cells die every day. What does this mean? That many cells are replaced new. Immediately new. What is this power? Do we ever know anything about this? Forget everything. Be like that radio which is relaying whatever is coming from the broadcasting station. Know that there is a Vashatkara within me and he is playing everything. Just become a witness to everything. Give up your ego. Forget if somebody forgives you or doesn't forgive. You forgive, you forget, and be at peace. That's all what we have to do. That is true enlightenment. Being established in that truth and in our daily life. Being in samsara. Being a grahastha. Bring this change within you. I don't care. Who am I? I am not here at all. It is that Lord and Lord alone who is doing everything through this body and through you who is in front of me also, through the other person in front of me. Everything is ordained by that Vashatkara. And what now? Quantum entanglement talks about this. When two particles are entangled, if you see one particle state, you can immediately know the state of the other particle. This is Erwin Schrödinger in 1935. These people who have won the Nobel Prizes. Then act of observation affects behavior of particles. Thomas Young. Later by Bohr and Heisenberg. Then the observer effect. To be is to be perceived. Indicates that existence depends on being observed. Who is the observer? The Paramatma. Now Shayana started from this Ekadashi. Shayana Ekadashi. Now for the next 4 months, Lord Vishnu is on Shayana. He is just observing everything and putting it in place. Now these 4 months, Mahadev is in charge of the sustenance of this universe. So this way there is some cosmic force at a higher level which is happening. All our acts of devotion, worship, bhajan, kirtan, namasmaran are all there, but fill it with this knowledge. And doing all these activities, know that the Supreme Truth is something which is not known to everybody. Ishvara Anugraha Devapamsan. Only when the Ishvara Anugraha dawns upon you, you will get this knowledge of duality. You will start getting attracted towards duality. There will be so many who, even in your house, they'll be listening, but they'll say, this is all crap, we don't understand. Or they say, this is beyond our understanding, in a good sense. They will say that and move away. So if at all you have got, we are so blessed. We are all here because we have got that likingness towards Advaita Vasana. We are so much into this. We want to listen to it again and again, again and again. It is what I am seeking is already seeking me. So God is playing hide and seek with himself. And what I am trying to seek, no, he is seeking me. That's why I am trying to seek. You understand? So, be in this thought. Understand the magnanimity of the cosmos at the cosmic level, macrocosm, and at the same time the microcosm. That's the reason I was bringing in all these detailed understanding. Okay, now we'll take one more verse. Verse number 250, 263. यच्चकास्तन परम्परात् परं प्रत्यगेकर समात्मलक्षणं सत्यचित् सुखमनन्तमव्ययम् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि. You have got the gist now. Be in that thought. So what does he say? That beyond which there is nothing. which is above Maya, which is superior to its effects, the universe, which is the innermost subjective self, which is of one essence, which is continuous existence, knowledge, bliss, which is infinite and immutable, that Brahman thou art. Meditate on this in your mind. Everything is put in this one shloka, because this is the last shloka of the Nidhidhyasana. He puts everything here now. How do I understand it in simple words? You have to just get rid of what I am not. I am not the dream, I am not the waking, I am not the deep sleep. See, when now Jnana Mudra, we do it this way. Chin Mudra. What is happening here? Index finger, thumb. They are both touching each other. Till now, what was the index finger? It was with these other three fingers. Now, thumb is considered, it is separate, the Paramatma. When the index is the ego, when the index gives up these three, which was always associated, it gives up, it bends before the Paramatma, it surrenders before the Paramatma, and he says, I am one with you. What has it relinquished? The Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira, the Jagrata Swapna Sushupti, the Sattva Rajas Tamas. All this it is giving up. It has given up and it says, I am one with Paramatma. Chin Mudra. So this is what is the essence of this verse 263. I am that one. When do you become? When you give up these, what we are stuck in. We are stuck in these three, in all these tripods, and come out of the Triputi. You are not the knower, you are not the known object, nor you are the knowledge. You are beyond all these, meaning you are simply an observer. Once you get to this kind of an understanding, then you have become one with the Paramatma, just as in the Chin Mudra. So let's study this shloka 263. Let's make some kind of a reckoning, because this is completely a heavy shloka again. What are we trying to understand over here? We are just saying that Yacha Kastana Paramparat Param. That shines on everything, but nothing shines on it, which is the beyond, even the beyond. Like the sun is shining. Sun is shining on everything. But is there something which is shining on the sun? No. It is generating its own energy. Yacha Kastana Paramparat Param. Then next comes is Pratyagekara Samatma Lakshanam. Pratyagekara Samatma Lakshanam. That is the innermost, non-dual in essence, and of that non-dual nature, which, as far as you are stuck to this body, this Stula Sukshma Karana, you will never be able to recognize the non-dual aspect. So it says you are beyond these three. So that's the reason I gave you those simple three tripods which you should get to avoid: Stula Sukshma Karana, Jagrata Swapna Sushupti, and then the Sattva Rajas Tamas. You are not even Sattva. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa tells this story. 3 robbers. They were They were on their duty. What is their duty? Now they are in a forest. In olden days, people had to cross these forests which were in between villages or in between a village and a town. So they had to cross these thick forests. So they catch hold of one merchant who had good money and jewels and all that. All three of them, they catch hold of this merchant who was traveling, and poor fellow, he gives away everything. He says, please don't take my life, whatever you want I'll give you. And he gives away everything. Now one robber, what he says, we'll kill this person. Now that he has given everything, we'll kill him. Why do we keep him now? We'll kill. Another robber says, why do we kill him? We have got what we want. Let us tie him to this tree and run away. There's nothing that harm can happen to us. Anyway, we have covered our face. He doesn't recognize us. We'll just tie him tight to a tree and let some animal come and eat him or whatever. If he's saved, let him be saved. Now amongst these two, there was one robber. While the other two were relaxing, he goes to this traveler and he tells him, see, I'll do one thing. I'll untie your knots. Whatever has been tied. So you pretend as though you're tied, but I'll untie them. And when we are going to take a nap, we had a heavy meal now, we'll take a nap. When we are taking a nap, you run away. And he shows him the direction also. See, in that direction is the next town. Go there. So now that person who was showing that direction is the Sattva Guna. The person who said, let us tie him and let him maybe die to the animals or he may escape, whatever it is, that is Rajoguna. The robber who said, now after having robbed, let us kill this person, that is Tamoguna. Eventually the Sattva Guna is also a robber. So these gunas are like robbers. Sattva Guna, it puts you into doing all the good things, fine, but it does not allow you to rise towards the supreme knowledge. All the time you are doing bhajan, kirtan, nama japa, fine. You are not moving ahead. So he says, even this Sattva Guna, because now you enjoy peace. You are happy with what you are doing. Every day I do chanting, every day I do japa, every day I do puja. You are just happy doing that. But you are still in duality. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, rise above Sattva Guna also. Don't get caught in that peace and that light. No, come out of it. So this way, this particular shloka, it talks about the ultimate reality. Now let's just complete the last one, 264, which is giving a direction. Uktamartamimam atmani swayam bhavayet pratita yukti bhirdiya samshayadirahitam karambuvat tena tattva nigame bhavishyati. This is the final instruction to the meditator. One must meditate with the intellect in one's heart on the truth indicated above by means of scriptural arguments. By these means one will realize truth without any doubts and the like, just like water in the hollow of one's hand. See, exactly that's what he's saying. Come out of that sattva also and meditate with your intellect in your own heart on that truth indicated by the scriptural arguments, means all the tarka which is done by the scriptures. Do the Shravana, Manana and Nidhidhyasana and get out of this ignorance. So with this we end our Viveka Chudamani Nidhidhyasana series. Now next we'll go for Atma Bodha. In the next class we'll take Atma Bodha. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu Idam Namama. We'll take the Namavali. Verse 57. Maharshi Kapilacharya Kritagno Medini Patihi Tripadas Trishadadyaksho Mahashanga Kritanta Krit Tripadaha. The one who has taken the 3 steps. This indicates the Vamana incarnation and how he measured in just 3 steps the entire universe. The Jiva, the limited ego, meaning the seeker, has also to take 3 steps forward to reach across the delusion of the 3 worlds of sleep, dreaming and waking. The meditator can measure these 3 worlds in 3 steps and arrive at its own original real nature in his inner mystic experience. See a coincidence. So with the grace of Tripada, we achieve the ultimate reality. Without health, there is nothing we can achieve. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Vasudevaya Dhanvantari Amrutakalashastaya Sarvabhaya Vinashaya Sarvaroga Nivaranaya Trailokyapataye Trailokyanidhaye Shri Mahavishnu Swarupa Shri Dhanvantari Swarupa Shri 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 Aushadha Chakra Narayanaya Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Vasudevaya Dhanvantare Amrutakalashastaya Sarvabhaya Vinashaya Sarvaroga Nivaranaya Trailokyapataye Trailokyanidhaye Shri Mahavishnu Swarupa Shri Dhanvantari Swarupa Shri 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 Aushadha Chakra Narayanaya Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Vasudevaya Dhanvantare Amrutakalashastaya Sarvabhaya Vinashaya Sarvaroga Nivaranaya Trailokyapataye Trailokyanidhaye Shri Mahavishnu Swarupa Shri Dhanvantari Swarupa Shri 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 Aushadha Chakra Narayanaya Swaha. Together we offer today's Jnana Yajna at the lotus feet of the Almighty. Naham Karta Hari Karta Hari Preranaya Hari Prityartam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu Idam Namam. Om Tat Sat. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Thank you, everybody. Let's delve in this knowledge. stay in it, and become it. Thank you. Now listen to this wonderful song. This is, I hope it touches your heart. And we go to higher levels. Om Tat Sat.
मैं शून्य हो रहा हूँ। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हर हर महादेव। मैं शून्य हो रहा हूँ, मुझ में तू भर जा मेरे भोले शंकर, अब मुझ में उतर जा। मैं छोड़ दूँ अहंकार, तेरे चरणों में खो जाऊं, तेरे नाम की धुन में महादेव मैं हो जाऊं। जो था मेरा सब तेरा निकला, तेरे बिना हर सपना बिखरा। जब जब दुनिया ने मुझको तोड़ा, तूने ही हर बार मुझको जोड़ा। अब ना कोई चाह ना कोई गुमा, बस तेरा ही नाम बने मेरी पहचान। झूठे रिश्तों की भीड़ में भोले, सिर्फ तेरा प्रेम मिला, सच्चा वरदान। मैं शून्य हो रहा हूँ, मुझ में तू भर जा मेरे भोले शंकर, अब मुझ में उतर जा। मेरे मन के हर अंधेरे में अपने प्रेम का दीप धर जा। सांस सांस में ओम नमः शिवाय, यही बने अब मेरी कमाई। मन की हर आवाज कहे बस यही, भोले बिना मेरी दुनिया नहीं। जब मिट जाए मेरा हर अभिमान, तब दिखे तुझ में पूरा ब्रह्मांड। तेरी भस्म में ऐसा वैराग्य, जिसमें छिपा है सारा आनंद। तेरी जटाओं से बहती गंगा मन की प्यास बुझाती है। तेरे डमरू की हर एक धुन जीवन का सत्य सुनाती है। अब न जीत की कोई चाह, न हार का कोई डर, बस तेरी छाया मिल जाए, यही मेरा अंतिम सफर। मैंने दुनिया को बहुत पुकारा, सबने अपनी राह चुनी। जब तेरे मंदिर तक पहुंचा, तब जाकर सांसें मिली। तेरी खामोशी भी उत्तर है, तेरी दूरी भी कृपा है। जो तू करता वही उचित है, तेरी हर लीला अनुपम है। टूटे दिल की हर धड़कन में तेरा ही संगीत बसा। सुनी आँखों की हर बूंद में तेरी करुणा का दीप जला। सी मुस्कान हर पीड़ा भुलाती है। तेरे त्रिशूल की छाया में हर डर छोटा हो जाता है। तेरे नाम का एक ही मंत्र जीवन सफल बना जाता है। जिस दिन अंतिम सांस चलेगी तेरा नाम ही साथ रहे। मेरी आंखों में बस कैलाश, मेरे होठों पर तेरा जप रहे। मेरी राख अगर बिखरे तेरे पवन धाम की राहों में, मेरा हर कण गारे भोले तेरे अमर गुण गानों में। फिर चाहे जन्म मिले या न मिले, बस इतना वरदान रहे। हर जीवन में तेरी भक्ति, हर पल तेरा ध्यान रहे। मैं शून्य हो रहा हूँ, मुझ में तू भर जा। मेरे भोले शंकर अब मुझ में उतर जा। मिट जाए मेरा मैं, बस शिव रह जाए। मेरी हर धड़कन हर हर महादेव गाए। ना कोई इच्छा न कोई अभिलाषा, बस तेरा ही नाम पुकारो। जब तक सांसें चलती जाए हर पल ओम नमः शिवाय उच्चारो। मैं शून्य नहीं अब पूर्ण हूँ,